jingle bells, jingle all the way.
We're in the spirit of the season today on At Your Leisure, exploring a world of light, laughter, and charity. I'm Chad Booth. Join me and Rhea, and we'll find out where you can help others while enjoying the beauty of Christmas. We'll show you how it's done. From there, we'll meet one father who decided the best way to bring his family closer together was to enjoy a good old-fashioned snow day. Finally, Reese is shocking fish. Own the outdoors right now on AYL.
Just like the cold and flu season, Christmas has infected us, and we are so happy. Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth.
And we are in Layton tonight for a hayride.
This fun event is sponsored by Wasatch Rods and Customs.
The guys with the GTOs
Yeah.
and the 32 Ford Deuces, they all get together, do this at Christmas time.
And they've been doing this for like 23 years?
Oh, at least. Anyway, it's a big event. It's got a lot of players that make all the parts work. And we should find out about it because we're excited.
Wasatch Rods and Customs was founded about 40 years ago. This is 2018 will actually be our 40th year. We do a lot of charity work, a lot of car shows, cruise nights, lots of activities. We have a wide range of cars. We have quite a few members from quite a diverse background. This is the Christmas hayrides at the Layton Commons Park. It's been a really great partnership between Burger Stop here in Layton, Wasatch Rods and Customs, and Layton City.
This is my 21st year. At one time when we first joined the club, we were doing everything, providing the tow vehicles, the drivers, the trailers, the straw, and we were staging out a Burger Stop here. But about 7 years ago, we were looking at our insurance policy for the hay rides, and we discovered that really our drivers were not covered. So then we talked to Dave Thomas, in charge of Layton City Park and Rec, and he says, you guys can't stop. You take too many cars off the road going through the park. And he looked at it and evaluated it and found out that if they provide the tow vehicles and the drivers, that they could fall underneath their risk management policy for the city. So we teamed up with them, so now they provide the tow vehicle, the drivers, we provide the trailers, the straw, and we still stage out a Burger Stop.
Well, Burger Stop has always been, we've always been about the community. And so we're always looking for things to create for families to enjoy and come out and just have a good time at a decent price. So we got involved with the hayrides because it was something enjoyable.
This year we've got two charities, Safe Harbor, the domestic violence shelter here in Davis County. The second one is the Homeless Veterans Fellowship here in Ogden.
These organizations that we help out, they receive very little funding, outside funding, so any little donations they can get help.
Burger Stop has always been a part of the community, and they're always trying to be around and help those that aren't able to help themselves and create a way for others to do so as well. Charity, especially in this time of year, is so very important for all those that have nothing, for all those people that struggle and try to make it.
When I was a young child, I enjoyed getting, but as I've gotten older, I found it's more important and more fun to give and to watch the look on the folks' faces that receive the gift that you provide them.
This is such a cool event. This is such a wonderful charity event that they have every year. And you know, Christmas is just about giving, and you just feel good about yourself when you give, don't you think?
I agree, Miss Elf. Well, right now it's time for us to go to our travel adventure. You know, we lost track of Stephen somewhere around Thanksgiving. Haven't seen him since.
Where is he?
Well, I don't know, but we're going to find out right now.
Richard Height isn't a man who's afraid of cold weather. He's like most of us, working hard for the family and trying to provide the comforts of the modern world, but he also understands that sometimes you have to leave responsibility behind and focus on creating a life worth living. Today, that meant taking a good old-fashioned snow day.
Well, today's the first actual snowfall of the year, so I took my kids out of school. They were pretty excited when they heard their names over the intercom to come down, but I was so excited I wanted to bring them up in the mountains and enjoy this beautiful snow.
It was awesome because I got to miss my 5th period, and I didn't have to do as much work as I thought I would.
For many of us, the promise of snow brings with it mixed emotions. There's the beauty of a winter wonderland balanced against the cold and congestion that comes with the season. In Utah, the snow should never be lamented, though, as with it comes thrills, adventure, and a chance to see the world in a new way. Yes, snow itself can be a destination.
It's kind of magical, is the only way. I guess that's the best word for it. It's more than a slogan. They say we have the greatest snow on earth, so if you're going to live here in Utah, you might as well enjoy the snow that we do have. I've been fortunate enough to ski in a lot of places besides Utah, and there's not a lot of places I'd rather ski than right here in our backyard, and everything's so close.
So snow in Utah is different than any other because it's really dry, it's fluffy, and it's soft. It's not really wet. We get a tremendous amount of snow that just allows for skiers and all kinds of activities to enjoy this terrain and this atmosphere.
Cities like Salt Lake will get on average about 56 inches of snow per year. But up here in the high country, you're looking at totals closer to 400 inches. Activities can go as in-depth as skiing and snowmobiling, taking all day, to as simple as a snowball fight that lasts an hour. Enjoying the snow isn't about how much you spend or the quality of your gear, but rather the quality of time and the effort you put into getting outdoors.
I pulled my kids out of school because I want them to learn how to first be physically active, that there's more than one way to have fun. I want them to learn and to develop habits of being active and play and enjoy that, and not just in the summertime. You know, the winter has a lot of activities, and sometimes we forget and think, oh, winter you stay inside and summer's when you get out, but that's not true. When I was a kid, my parents didn't really like to enjoy the snow. They didn't enjoy it at all. They didn't ski or snowboard, and that's kind of their mentality is they thought, hey, snow is only for skiers and snowboarders, but that's not true. As you can see, we're out here having a blast with these snow flings. You can hike, you can even just go sledding. There's so many activities that you can do that get you outside. And that's one thing I wanted to teach my kids is to have fun no matter what the weather is.
The best way to appreciate snow is, there's no bad weather, just bad clothing. I think if you're going to accept living here in our climate, if you're in warm clothes, you're going to like it a lot more. I think that's the first step.
The second step is picking an activity that already interests you. If you're a hiker, try snowshoeing. A dirt biker, climb on a timber sled. A cyclist, you have ski bikes that will give you the experience you're looking for.
Up at Solitude, there's great cross-country skiing, so if you're not looking for kind of that adrenaline going downhill, you can go get amazing workouts in a safe environment. You don't have to learn all the backcountry stuff. Just go do Nordic skiing in, Solitude. Obviously, there's the whole snowmobiling side of it. There's a lot of activities, and you might as well enjoy it if you're here.
Most of the tools you need to make your day happen are available to rent at local ski shops or other retailers, so you can get a feel for what you like and don't like. Dress warm, be prepared, and there's no need to fear frigid December and January. Most of us don't think of snow as a destination in and of itself, but with the right attitude, gear, and activity, snow becomes the perfect place to create memories for you and your family. All you have to do is take the occasional snow day.
It's the best way to relive the anticipation of Christmas as an adult, waiting for that huge storm, waiting all night, getting up, trying to beat the crowds. You're there with you and a lot of your best friends. People travel from all over the world to enjoy it, and if it's in your backyard, take advantage of it.
I love it because we're just able to just spend time together and just make a lot of memories. We're only going to be together for a certain amount of time, and we just got to make as many happy memories as we can.
Today, it's absolutely gorgeous, and my kids love it, and they love me even more because I checked them out of school.
So the snow is finally here. Get out and enjoy it. Don't stay indoors this holiday season, but get out and try all of the different activities that are at your fingertips here in the West. For At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Heumann.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
Well, if the normally low prices at Reese City aren't enough to make you think about buying a vacation trailer for Christmas, let me give you one more reason. Grandma. You know, Grandma snores. How about her own private guest house right alongside your house? She'll have her privacy, you'll get a good night's sleep. And bonus, next year when you go to Grandma's house, you'll have your own place to stay. Reese City RV, Utah's low price leader since 1946.
This Christmas, give the perfect gift from Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You can enjoy a new Honda snowblower, a Honda 2000 generator. The kids will love a 2018 Polaris Outlaw, a 2018 Honda CRF50, or a 2017 Polaris Ace. And for the ultimate family gift, the climate control Polaris Ranger at Stedman's. You'll find a Christmas gift that will be enjoyed all year long.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Hello everybody, welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Rick Peterson and today I get to do a product review on the 2018 RZR Turbo 4-seater. I'm excited. Let's go get this thing super muddy.
The Turbo is probably the most extreme machine we sell. Well, it is. There's no question about it. You're talking 168 horsepower. The 4-seat has a very long wheelbase. It's very stable. I mean, we don't like to talk about speeds, but this thing goes really fast, really quick, but you don't realize how fast you're going because it handles extremely well.
Well, the wonderful thing about this machine is it has more power than I can imagine anyone ever wanting or needing in a 4-seat UTV. But the comfort and the controllability, this thing controls like a sports car out there going through the curves. And the biggest reason sits right there, the turbo.
You have a couple options in the Turbo. You have the standard Turbo, which is what we rode today, and then there's the Fox Edition, which come with Fox shocks.
This is an amazing engine that Polaris actually built for a turbo. They just didn't convert another engine. 925cc turbo that's accessible immediately. There's no lag. And the price went down this year. So those of you that couldn't afford a turbo in the past, now you can. The power of this machine is really nice, but the ride might be even better. So smooth. In fact, it's adjustable. With these Walker Evans racing shocks, there's actually a hard and soft setting. So depending on what kind of riding you're going to be doing that day, you can set up the suspension to fit. Well, as nice as that suspension is in the back, it's equally as good here in the front. With the dual A-arm suspension, also fully adjustable shocks, the ride is extraordinary. And once you get inside, these bolstered high back seats hold you in place, extremely comfortable. Tilt steering, just like on your car, and easy to access on-demand 4-wheel drive with the push of a button. On the other side, the passenger's got a stabilizer bar to hold on to. Everybody's comfortable, room for 4, great family fun. I've really fallen in love with this machine today. A lot of room, a lot of power, a lot of fun. You need to get a hold of one of these. Go see the boys at Stedman's out here in Tooele. They take great care of you. In the meantime, I'm going to go get some more mud on this thing. We'll be right back with more At Your Leisure.
In a place that is beyond words, there is nothing to be said, except Take your time in Bryce Canyon country.
The 9 to 5 here is 5 to 9. We earn our scars. We wear our work ethic. We work until the work's done. And when it is, there's a family to raise, a neighbor to check on, a country to feed. A few hours of shut-eye to rest up for tomorrow, the day will finally get something done.
Off-road utility, the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. It's got the most power, the largest towing capacity, the highest ground clearance, and the best comfort and storage. Introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP 1000, the hardest working, smoothest riding Ranger ever built.
Okay, Magic's about ready to begin. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are at Christmas Hayrides in the Park, sponsored by Burger Stop and the Hot Rod Club. This is so much fun.
I can't, there's so many kids out here. Okay, I feel like a kid again, as usual.
That's magical.
We're gonna go for a ride in the park on this adorable little hayride, and it's like completely lit up. The park is lit up from start to finish, so it's gonna be really festive and adorable.
It is a magical transformation, but to really understand the magic, you've got to see the people that really know what magic is.
Yeah.
You like the unicorn?
Yeah, unicorns are the best because the unicorns have magic powers. Seeing the shark.
Why?
Because it's cool.
What was your favorite part?
The dinosaurs.
You like dinosaurs?
I love them.
Why?
Because they're big and they can jump really wide.
What's your favorite part about Christmas?
Getting presents.
Getting presents? Okay, but you know, that's not, well, tell me what Christmas is really about though.
Santa.
Apparently there's an elf. There's a hidden elf in here, and if you find it, you get a prize.
So
try and
I think
find
she's
the
sitting right next to
here.
me. There's your elf. She laughs like one.
Olivia, what's your favorite part about Christmas?
Getting the presents.
The presents?
And seeing family.
Okay.
What do you like most about Christmas?
I love giving presents.
Who do you like to give them to the most?
My brothers and my dad.
Why?
Because it's fun.
Why do you like looking at Christmas lights? Why is this a fun tradition?
It just, I don't know, it just makes me really happy and excited for Christmas, and it makes me, I don't know, it just gives me so much joy.
Because they're so pretty to look at, and it just brings the holiday spirit. So
I like just spending time with my family and being able to see smiles on people's faces. So, and if I don't see smiles, then I like to try to cheer them up.
Giving makes people happy, and it just brings the holiday spirit to Christmas. So
I remember I was probably like 5, and we just drove through our car, and it was so much fun, and it was like so magical.
The kids are right. It's magical and it's so exciting.
That's true. You know, this whole time of the year, it's kind of like building a snowball. You take all this Christmas spirit and you pack it up in a little snowball, and then you throw it at somebody. Just like we're going to throw a story, our trailhead adventure at you, full of Christmas spirit.
Brought to you every week by Rocky Mountain ATV MC.
Here, catch.
I'm Reese Stein, at your leisure on the Provo River, where the wildlife guys are conducting their periodic fish survey. And look what they're catching.
beautiful trout, whitefish, all kinds of stuff.
I'm pretty excited about what we've seen.
And what the wildlife guys and a bunch of volunteers are excited about are lots of fish.
So we're here on the lower Provo River doing our annual sampling. We do this about every 3 to 5 years just to give ourselves an idea of do we have more fish, big fish, little fish, different species, etc., etc.
This platoon of netters includes 4 men armed with nets wired to a generator in the float boat.
Okay, so we're using electricity. It sends out little pulses of electricity and it encourages those fish or makes them swim right towards that positive current. And it's just enough shock to stun them long enough for us and all of our volunteers and guides and others who are helping us net those fish and put them in the water or in live cages, we call them.
The stunned fish are collected in a tank, then transferred to barrels along the river. They're very much alive, if a little groggy.
We're going to weigh and measure all of these fish, get an idea of the average sizes, and when we're done with that, we're going to put them right back in the river.
How big is it?
18-inch rainbow.
Oh man.
Yep. Really fat, really healthy fish.
Look at how fat he is.
That is a good-looking fish.
The volunteers include fishing guides who make their living getting clients into these big fish. They're giddy over what they're seeing.
Real healthy fish this year. You know, we had good snowpack last year, and we got a flush of the river this spring, which really helped, and we're seeing some very, very healthy fish.
Is this a good time of year to fish the Provo?
It's always a good time to fish the Provo.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it fishes good.
Big rainbow. Oh my.
Oh, look at this fish.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
The lower Provo below Deer Creek Dam is one of Utah's best trout fishing streams. And because it's so close to town, it's one of the busiest.
You know, this is probably one of the most utilized fisheries in the West. But yet the fish still somehow hang in there. They do well, they're healthy, and they live another day to be caught again. There are special regulations, and it's kind of because of the clientele and to encourage the opportunity to continue to fish. A lot of fly fishing takes place on this river, and a lot of these fish, they don't get taken out because of those special regulations. What the Provo River is known for is a nice brown trout.
Beautiful brown.
This is one of the smaller ones actually in comparison to some of these others that we've got in here.
This year, the Provo also has a good supply of fat rainbow trout.
This is actually a little bit of a surprise to me in what we're seeing here.
Why is it a surprise?
Just the healthiness, the size of these rainbows. With the high water, we've had a lot more fish spilling out of the reservoir.
And some of the largest fish they're catching are these big whitefish.
Look at that. Look at the size of that fish. They do really well in the Provo River.
This year's survey produces a wide variety of species in sizes ranging from young of the year to large mature fish.
It tells you you've got a healthy population. Years past, we've seen it occasionally where we've got a lot of really skinny, long, lanky looking fish, and I haven't really noticed that in our sampling today or yesterday.
Reese Stein at your leisure on the lower Provo River.
Too often we find ourselves in shoes like these, or these. Wouldn't it be nice to change into something more like this, or this? How about these? Put on whatever shoes you prefer and come to Beaver County. We have exactly the adventure you need to put under them. So the next time you want to change out of these, come to Beaver County where you can jump into a pair of these. Beaver County, Utah. Lace up for adventure.
People come from all over the world to see and enjoy the beauty of our state, and have for years. Today, there are those who would like to close these sites to access for environmental reasons. We believe the proper environmental approach to protecting and enjoying our resources and ensuring their continued beauty is through responsible management and usage, not closure. If you want to ensure your right to access and enjoy the sites, visit www.usaall.org and consider joining the fight today. This message is brought to you by the Utah Shared Access Alliance.
Look south to adventure. Look south to beauty. Look south to San Juan County. Out here, the road goes on forever, and what you'll find will change how you see the world. Climb on your OHV and discover forgotten landscapes and vistas that challenge the imagination. From Blanding and Monticello to the cliff faces of Monument Valley, we're open and ready for you to explore. San Juan County, Utah's Canyon Country.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. We were just outside looking at the beautiful Christmas lights, and now we're inside.
Thrown under the hot rod. under the hot rod.
Look at that.
Good place, though, because you can warm your French fries. See if they get cold, just kind of hold them here by the exhaust pipe.
Nice.
Okay, we have a lot of stuff coming up. We got to get to it. First off, calendar of events. The winter 4x4 Jamboree is happening in Hurricane, Utah, January 18th through the 20th. So plan ahead and get that on the calendar now. We'll be there. Hope you will be too.
Yeah, it's usually toasty warm too. And now it's time to find out who our lucky AYL sticker winner is this week.
This week's winner comes from Facebook, where Don Harrison posted this photo of his vehicle and RZR, and you can see his AYL sticker right there. Don, you are our winner this week. Call us at 801-947-8888 because you are the winner of a $400 gift certificate to RIFAB Products, who create amazing and practical accessories for Polaris RZRs. I'm sure you'll be able to get something to make that machine of yours even better. Everybody else, get your AYL stickers at any of our sponsors, become a fan on Facebook, and get ready to win.
Whoever it was that made the fish and chips and the burgers back in the Burger Stop kitchen, because they are to die for. In fact,
Delicious.
I'm gonna have to fight you over that last
That
fish.
was mine.
No, it isn't. You already ate one.
No, it's mine.
Okay. Well, while we settle this, take a look at next week's show.
We're exploring the barren deserts next week as we find the hidden beauty and impressive trails that snake through the west deserts of Utah. Where can you find sand dunes, salt flats, and mountain terrain all within a stone's throw of each other? We'll give you the directions. Then we'll find out what is going on with Bears Ears by talking to the men and women involved on the ground. It's all here in 7 days on AYL.
Well, next week's show looks great.
Hey, I need to ask you a question, bud.
Well, little Chadwick, what would you like?
She been on the naughty or nice list this year.
Well, little Rhea has definitely been on the nice list.
See, I told you.
On the other hand,
Has he been on the? Has he? I know
in
what list
fact,
he's.
I can think of a couple of things like pearls and diamonds that she would like for Christmas.
wait a minute. This sounds like a song.
It's a setup. It's a setup, is what it is. No kidding. Listen, we had a great time tonight. This is really a wonderful event. You can still come out next weekend. They've got it one more weekend after this, and bring the family out here and just enjoy the Christmas spirit and get on Santa's lap and tell him what you want for Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho!
Just remember, even at Christmas time, there's adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out there and create your own adventure. At your leisure.
At your leisure. Okay, Santa Claus.
Ho, ho, ho!
The wonderful event is sponsored by Rods and Custom.
Wasatch.
It's sponsored by Rod and by Rods and oh my God! I cannot believe I'm not doing this.